Hello there, channel members, friends, and followers from around the world. This is Q8 Pilot, your host for tonight's show, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we have something very special. The guys at Toliss have provided the channel with a preview beta copy of the Toliss A320 Neo for X-Plane 12. And this is going to be the subject of our live stream today, but before we delve into it, let me begin by saying hello to everyone here. Duncan, no worries at all, my friend. Don't worry about it. I got your message. And Rand Cooley, welcome aboard, my friend. It should be interesting. Yes, indeed. John Leach, hello, my friend, from New York. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Glad to have you here. And we have also Rocker534. Welcome aboard. I have not tried AXP12 yet. James, hello, James. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Ryan, welcome aboard. Martin Novak, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. And we have also Raul. Raul, welcome aboard. Mike Zoger, MD, welcome aboard. And we have also Waschi Extreme, welcome aboard. And thank you for your support. Heart5321, welcome to Senior Captain. Thank you very much, sir, for your support. Appreciate it very much. Very, very nice to see you here. And we have also Gobber, Emilio, Butter Landings, Comrade Ling. Hello, my friend. Welcome. We have also Z227. A lot of newcomers to the channel, so welcome aboard, everyone. Alex, welcome aboard, my friend. Greetings to you, my friend. Always good to have the friendly presence of those from the Netherlands. Welcome aboard, Alex. Thank you very much. MD, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. All right, so we are currently at Syracuse Hancock International Airport in New York State, and we are going to be heading to Washington Dulles in Washington. And it should be an interesting short flight to take a look at everything that Toliss has done with this aircraft, beginning with the cockpit. But we're going to let's begin taking a look at the exterior like we normally do. And you will immediately notice that, by the way, this is a beta aircraft, and the guys over at Toliss have told me that they are still working on the textures, so it's not final. If you see any glitches, again, just bear in mind that this aircraft is still in beta. But having said that, and getting that out of the way, this aircraft actually is developed to a very high standard in terms of its 3D model. As you can see, the model is quite authentic. And of course, Toliss, the Toliss lineup is certified by Airbus. So very nice looking A320 Neo with the beautiful Neo engines. And if we go to closer to the aircraft, perhaps, let's go closer to the aircraft. Let's see here. Let me stop this and just go closer here. And again, you can see very, very nice rendition of the aircraft. Those beautiful Neo engines are modeled quite well. Again, the texturing I'm not going to comment on because they were very explicit in saying that the textures will be improved, and this is one of the areas they're working on. But overall, the aircraft, I think, looks very good in terms of the 3D model here. We can take a look here as well. Very, very nice rendition of the aircraft. The landing gear area, again, you can see the nice details there. Very nice modeling, 3D modeling overall is done quite well. Very representative of the 320 Neo. So, external model, check. Texturing, still work in progress. And you can see one of the new things they've added is the animated luggage or the baggage carts or the loaders, beg your pardon. The loaders is some of the new things they've added into this Toliss. All right, let's hop into the cockpit. And again, textures are not done, but actually this looks very, very nice. Yeah. Finally, Toliss are listening to the community, and this is quite evident in their rendition of the 3D cockpit of this 320 Neo. As you can see, the texturing is done quite well, in my view. And of course, this is subject to improvement, but overall, I think this is a lot better than what we've seen, for example, in the Toliss A340. So that is something I really like. It looks like you can see here the overhead panel, very, very detailed overhead panel. I love the panel work, very nice indeed. And one thing you'll also notice is that the interior sounds are pretty much like the rest of the Toliss lineup, but the engine sounds on this aircraft are just really, really exceptional. Very, very nice engine sounds. So we've got the Avitab integration. Now, one thing worth noting, first let me show you guys the passenger cabin. So if we go to there, we have a fully modeled passenger cabin, and it actually looks pretty good. So nice details there. Again, not the high resolution textures that we are accustomed to, for example, in the INI builds or the Fly JSIM, but nonetheless, I think this is sufficient. I mean, how much time are you going to spend in the passenger cabin? So I'm not really bothered with that much. I really like what they've done. And if we look at the rest of the aircraft and the rest of the texturing, I think it's done to an acceptable standard. I am really concerned about the cockpit, though, and the cockpit looks very, very good, I have to say. Mason, Ireland, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. So overall, I think from the texturing perspective, I think they've done a good job. And of course, we're going to take a look now at the various features as well. One of the nice things in this A320neo is that you can open the window like so. How cool is that? Yeah, finally. And again, nice details there. You have to click on this little button there to bring it back. And of course, we'll click here to close the window once more. There we go. So nice addition there by Toliss. One other thing that has been changed is the Toliss control panel. Now, all the functionality is the same. There are a few things I've noticed they've added here. So by the way, you see this has bus switches. When you turn this on, you get this little, well, we'll take a look at the speed out backup, okay? And this was a very pleasant surprise to see this because this is true to life. And there was actually an aviation incident where the pilots had to use this. We'll take a look at this in a minute once we power up the aircraft. The control panel, all the standard Toliss equipment is there. It's laid out in a slightly different way with a nicer control panel, kind of synonymous with the X-Plane control panel, so to speak. But you have everything here. All the functionality that you used to have is already there, which is pretty cool. The table does fold, so if you click here, you can see that. Pretty cool. One of the nice additions again in this Toliss A320, which is very nice with very nice sounds, I must say. And then with the loading performance, of course, you have everything that you're accustomed to in the Toliss lineup of aircraft. So the block fuel, of course, we're not going to be using any of that today. We're going to be using the ACARS system to load the aircraft. From the ground services, something very nice they've added is the animated de-icing, and we'll take a look at that. We don't have any icing today, but just so that I'll show you guys how this actually works. And it actually looks pretty cool, I have to say. I kind of liked what they did. So right before pushback, we'll use the animated de-icing. You can also have the automatic pushback or manual using your flight yoke. Fault scenarios, again, pretty much what we have with the other lineup from Toliss. The sound add-ons, again, you have, of course, SimBrief integration like all the other aircraft, and the Hoppy integration as well. So very, very nice. Overall, I like the Toliss capability, if you will. And it looks like this is going to be my favorite of the Toliss lineup. It is really a very joyful aircraft to fly. Joystick actions, again, same, nothing here, and the general settings where you can set the aircraft state. Now you can tweak the visual settings, so you can turn off the reflections if you don't like them. You can turn them off. We'll leave them now. Of course, you have the Abitab integration, so everything is cool. All right, perfect. So we're done with the control panel here for the time being. And what we're going to do now is we're going to power up the aircraft. So for that, we're going to head over here. Again, this is a closer look at the the overhead panel. And you can see the nice panel work there. Again, I hope they change the textures of the buttons. But again, that's something that is work in progress as per Toliss. So let's go ahead and turn on battery 1 and battery 2. And we're going to bring up the external power. Nice sounds. Pack flow on normal. Cruise supply is on. Ground control is on. And we're going to set the ADIRS to nav mode. We're going to come here and test for the engine fire. And test the APU as well. And engine 2 is checked. Excellent. And we're going to come here and arm the emergency light. Non-smoking signs can go on. Seatbelt signs and nav lights can go on. Excellent. We'll worry about the fuel tanks a little later. We're going to come down here and we are going to make sure we brighten our displays a little bit. There we go. Self-test is taking place. We're going to brighten up our MCDUs as well, or the MUCDUs. There we go. Very nice. Again, I really like the texture work. I just notice, you know, there's some nice work done here. The ECAM, lower ECAM, and the first officer side PFD and ND are both brightened up now, and we are ready to program the FMC. So let's come down here and we're going to go to the MUCDU menu. And looks like we have a donation for the FlyLillo project. Thank you very much, Alex. Yes, Alex, we can print. I will show you that for sure. Leaf, hello, Leaf, my friend. Thanks for supporting the FlyLillo initiative. Also great that you have received and are showcasing the upcoming A320neo as a fanatic supporter of Toliss. I'm convinced that also this will work from day one. Absolutely, Leaf. Absolutely. And yes, it does have printing. Thank you very much, Leaf. I appreciate
Thanks for supporting the FlyLillo initiative. Also great that you have received and are showcasing the upcoming A320neo. As a fanatic supporter of Toliss, I'm convinced that also this will work from day one.
Thank you very much, Leaf. You've been really a very great friend. Thank you very much for your support throughout. By the way, Leaf, guys, is one of the very early subscribers to the channel, and we've been actually very good friends. I do realize that you're very busy the last period, but thank you for your support, sir. I appreciate it very much. All right, we're going to go to the AOC menu. We're going to go to Flight Init and Flight Plan Data Link in progress. So we're going to wait for the flight plan to load. And the nice thing in this version is that you can print. So we're going to go to the, all right, so we have the flight. If we go, by the way, to the received messages, all right, so performance data link. All right, so let's go to, so we have the origin as Syracuse, and the destination is Washington, Dulles, and then the alternate is John F. Kennedy. So we're going to click here on METAR. And that should bring up the information for us. If we go back to the return and go to received messages, now you can see from the AOC received messages that we have the METAR for John F. Kennedy, we have it for Washington Dulles, and we have it for Syracuse here in New York. So we're going to click on this one here, and now we're going to say print. And now if we go to the back, you can see that it has been printed. So that is really cool. And if we click it here, now you can have access to it. There you go. We have the METAR information here, so we don't have to go back and forth to our SimToolkit Pro or our flight plan. You have everything here ready for you. And if you click here once, it will go away. And then you get the rest of this is the METAR at Syracuse right here. And of course, we can click that again to remove it. So Do you know if those features will also be brought to the other A320 family aircraft, Toliss? I don't know, but I would suspect yes, but I'm not sure, to be very completely honest with you. All right, so we're going to go back now, and let's go return and return. We're going to go to, let me clear that, and we're going to go back to the McDo menu. We're going to go to the FMC, and we're going to select init. Now you can see that we have the data plan, flight plan loaded automatically with an alternate of John F. Kennedy and flying from Syracuse to Washington Dulles. Flight number, American Airlines 2587. Of course, that's a fictitious number with a constant distance of 12. Cruise altitude, 36,000. Let's go to Iris Init, and we're going to select Align, confirm the alignment. And if we go to the next page, you'll see that all the fuel information is already set up because I have selected the SimBrief weights and balances to be also loaded into the aircraft with the flight plan. And this actually is a feature I like in the Toliss lineup because it significantly reduces the workload when setting up your aircraft. All right, so we need now our flight plan. So for this, we are going to bring up our friendly Avi tab. And let's go back one up. And let's see. We are going to, no, we need X-Plane 12. And let's see here. We're going to go to output, and we're all OFP. And the Syracuse, this is the one that we're looking at here. And let's see, I think we're going to go to the next page. There we go. And as you can see now, we have our flight plan. Here we are going to be departing Syracuse today, runway 33. There's no SID, so we're going to fly direct to the Sierra Yankee Romeo VOR. So I'm just going to say no SID and insert, and now it's going to give us some funny things here. So we're going to just go clear, and I'm going to clear this waypoint, and I'm going to clear the discontinuity, and now this looks like our flight plan. And then we're going to say insert. Perfect. And next, we are going to select our arrival airport, Washington Dulles, and we're going to select the arrival. The arrival is the runway 19er left. So 19er left, it's the ILS 19er left through the Maple 3 arrival. That's the Maple 3. Excellent. And let's see if there are any transitions. Let's see here. That's the Maple 3 into Daddy. Into Daddy. There are no, obviously, it's the Daddy transition. All right, so we're going to select that one. And then let's see here. If we go to the previous page, nothing here. And let's see, Liti Yang Daddy. All right, so we're going to say insert. Perfect. And we now have our flight plan. We can cycle through. It looks like there is one discontinuity here, which we will clear. And then we're going to go back here. Maple 3, Decel, Daddy, Izumi, and then Washington Dallas runway 19er left. Excellent. All right. We can now remove Avi tab. And now we can go to the performance. Now for the performance, again, we can use the uplink to request the takeoff data for our flight. So we're going to say takeoff data request, and that will again get all the... Raul Rodriguez, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. IFR Captain, welcome aboard. Are you using Active Sky for XP12? No, IFR Captain, I'm not. I just didn't want to introduce beta on a beta and risk crashing the aircraft during this live stream. I will try it some other time, and perhaps in the next stream, we will have it. We'll have it in action here for you guys to see. All right, let's go to the received takeoff data. We can see here everything is good. Flex takeoff, maximum. All right, flex takeoff, perfect. Insert the uplink, and now we have all the information in here. Excellent. All right, so 143, 143, 147, transition altitude in the USA is 18,000. We have flaps 1 up, 0.4 for the trim, and everything here is looking perfect. Excellent. So now we can come here to the glare shield and we can set the altitude to 36,000 feet, which is our final cruise altitude for this flight today. And that is now set. We can also...
Let's show our appreciation for all hard and friendly work. Q8 pilot Des. Smash the thumbs up. Q8 pilot brings an invaluable amount of value for us all with his honest reviews.
Well, thank you very much there, Leaf. I appreciate it. Virtual Pilot Q8, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us this evening. All right, so everything is set up here, and we can now get the weather information we have. So the cool thing is, now we don't have to go back and forth. We're just going to come here and note the altimeter, which is 2990 here at Syracuse. So 2990, 2990 is set, and we're set it on the first officer side. By the way, you can sync this in the EFB. You can select to have this all synced up, so you don't have to do the first officer and captain sides independently. All right, let's go ahead and turn on the APU, and we're going to turn on the fuel pumps. Right, all fuel pumps are on, and let's go ahead and turn on our beacon light. And that's the jetway being removed. All doors are closed. God, the 320neo just looks sensational. Very nice aircraft. All right. Back in the cockpit, we're waiting for the APU to become available, and everything else is pretty much set up for our for engine start. Gustavo Rodriguez, hello, my friend. Night lighting. We will definitely take a look at the night lighting, Gustavo. I mean, I'm not going to let the stream finish without showing you guys the cockpit during nighttime, without a doubt. So we'll take a look at that as soon as we arrive into our destination. Right, we're going to set the range here to 10. And let's take a look here. It looks like APU is available. Brilliant. And we can now remove external power. Brilliant. And thank you for another donation at the FlyLillo project. Thank you very much, guys. I assure you, your contributions will go for a very good cause. And thank you very much. I appreciate it. Sky Sai Tilly. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. They have definitely done good work this time on the 3D cockpit. So, yeah, definitely worth looking at during nighttime without a doubt. So everything is set up. Now, I want to show you guys this little thing here, which is a very pleasant surprise to have. The backup speed alt. There was an aviation incident where the speed on both the first officer and captain sides wasn't reading due to a malfunctioning circuit breaker. And they were not getting the speed. The speed was showing, very high on the captain's side and very low on the first officer's side. And they didn't know what to do. So essentially, when they figured out that it was actually malfunctioning, they went to the backup. Now, on the backup speed and altitude, it will only tell you if you're flying too fast or too low. And if you are in the green, then you are good. And they use this instrument to actually safely land the plane. And it was a very pleasant, thing to see that this is actually modeled in this Toliss. All right, perfect. So we are all ready to go. Before we push back, let me show you guys the de-icing because I thought it was really cool. So let's go ahead and bring up the ICS screen. We're going to go to ground services and we're going to say animated de-icing. And let's take a look at the outside. Here are the de-icing trucks. Driving up to, they're a bit too fast. I think the speed maybe can use a little bit of tweaking there. But I really like this. Look at that. I mean, this is really cool. You can see the animation. You can see the fluid there the treatment is being applied to the aircraft. There you go. Very nice. I mean, it's not like GSX, but still, I think it looks really good. I think it's pretty cool. So you get to de-ice the aircraft before departure, which is always a nice thing to do before takeoff in icing conditions. And Gaber, is it Gaber? Thank you so much.
You deserve all kind of support as you are extremely professional and pleasure to listen. Thanks a lot.
Well, Gaber, thank you very much, sir, for your very generous donation and for your very kind words. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm lost for words. I really don't know what to say, guys. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. And thank you very much for supporting the FlyLillo project. Roberto and FlyLillo are in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, guys, for being here. Tom's Travels, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. And it looks like the de-icing is now complete. And we can now push back the aircraft from the position. We can come to the control panel. If you hit the brakes, if you release the brakes, it will automatically remove the chocks. But you can always come here and remove the external power and remove the chocks as well from within the control panel. Now we're going to start the start auto pushback, and we'll just, we'll come here and we'll take a look at the outside. Here's the pushback truck coming from out of nowhere. It's still doing some de-icing there for the back of the aircraft. Oh, how cool is that? I don't think GSX does that, but it happens here, so very cool. All right, we'll just wait for things to lock into position, and the aircraft is being raised. And once the aircraft is raised, we can release the parking brakes, and we'll just wait for the de-icing to complete. All right, here we go. De-icing is done, and we are good to release the parking brakes and push out of our position and start the beautiful, powerful Neo engines. All right, perfect. De-icing trucks, thank you for your service. And we can now release the parking brake. And here we go. The aircraft is now being pushed back. And in the meantime, we can start our engines. So we're going to come here and engine mode selector to start. And we're going to begin with the engine number 2. And engine number 2, you see here cooling. Again, look at this. Let me bring this up here. All right, so you guys can see, it says cooling, and when this actually reaches 0, then the engines actually start firing up, which is, again, true to life. This is exactly how it actually happens in real life. So, again, according to all the videos that I've watched of the aircraft. Not sure where this is going to take us, but let me set the parking brake. Ooh. Oops. All right. Let's see here. What can we do? All right, let me just click here. Maybe when you click it once, it will just leave the aircraft alone. All right, I'm not sure why the thing is not moving. So let's try this again. Start auto. Let's click it again and see what happens. Maybe that will dismiss the pushback truck. Come on. Bye-bye. All right, parking brake is set. All right, now it's leaving us alone. Looks like, yep. All right, perfect. All right, it didn't push us right in the right place. Maybe, I'm not sure how to operate this. I think maybe you need to click it twice. Is this CFM or PW? I don't know. Let's take a look. If we come here, open the screen, and if we go, so the engine type, gee, I don't know. I would think it's the CFM LEAP, I would think. just from the looks of the engine here. If we look at the engine, that looks like the... Did you guys hear that? Yeah. We'll have a better listen once we start the second engine. All right, let's go ahead and start engine number 1. There we go. Very nice rendition of Syracuse there by Vertical Sim. Highly recommended airport. Again, you can see this is cooling here. It says cooling. And then once, you know, it's complete, countdown is complete, then it starts firing the engine. In the meantime, we can set the auto brake to max. We'll set the ground speed brake to armed position. We are doing flaps 1 today, and we're going to set the trim to 0.4 units up. There we go, 0.4 units, that's about right. Excellent. Bravo Charlie 24, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. Yamin Noor, welcome aboard. Air Knowledge, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. It's the PW, is it? Okay, okay. All right, so now we have the second engine starting. Let me go to... There we go. Look at those wings. Listen to that roar. Wow. Beautiful. You gotta love it. All right. Both engines are now available, and we are good. We can set the engine mode selector back to normal, and we can turn off the APU bleed, APU master. Excellent. And nose light to taxi. Runway turn-off lights are on, and we notify cabin crew. Excellent. And we're going to start our clock. And let's do the flight control check. Full up, full down, full left, full right, neutral, and pedal. Full left, full right, neutral. And the before taxi checklist is complete. And let's go ahead and release the parking brake. And we're going to set TCAS to TARA. And we are going to also turn on the weather system, auto, and let's see here, 2, weather, auto, and auto. Perfect. All right, all is set. And we can now taxi to the runway. Yeah, the pushback truck kind of put us in a strange spot there. I'm not sure where the runway is, but if I'm not mistaken, it's that one there. All right, let's just set this parking brake here because I'm not very familiar with this airport. And let's bring Navigraph charts and take a look at our airport. So this is where we are, and if we look at Syracuse right there, let's click here. Will it take us there? There we are. Excellent. All right, so where are we? Let's see. All right, perfect. So runway 33 is right there. So we're going to go and tax software update later. So we're going to take taxiway Echo, and then we're going to come all the way to Alpha. And then from Alpha, we can go to runway 33 through taxiway, looks like Mike. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and release the parking brake, and let's go. Wow, listen to those engine sounds. Oh yeah. Right, cabin is ready, and we can go to takeoff config, and no blues. All is good. Excellent. The looks like the rain effect is still not implemented. It's too low, and the sounds are too low in the stream. Oh, okay. Well, that's not a problem. So we can come here. Hang on a second. We're going to come to the Toliss here. Ooh. All right, and let's go here. Where are the sounds? Sounds are here. Let's see. Engine volume, system volume, cockpit, environment, all of that. Is that better? If that's not better, I can definitely add the sounds, you know, from the Streamlabs OBS. Oh, really? You can't hear? Still? All right. We can always come here and give it a notch higher. Is that better now? Right, just let me know if that's better, so that you should be able to hear the, it's better. All right, perfect. Since you haven't heard, so let's give it just a little power here. Wow, that roar I love. Just absolutely gorgeous. And if we look here at where we are still going there, and in the next taxiway we'll make a right here and cross the runway and go for runway 33 for departure. Right, here we go. That's our turn. Very nice ambient sounds inside the cockpit. I really like it a lot. The engine sounds are just phenomenal. Let's try one thing, guys. Let's try the following. Let me just hit the brakes a little bit. Oh, yeah. Those sounds are just amazing. And yeah, now, see, now Toliss is definitely listening. Listen to those sounds. And see how much difference does it make when the aircraft comes with nice sounds, with nice textures, just completely revamps the entire experience. So I'm very pleased. And this is beta, so things can only get better from here. Look at that. What a beauty of an aircraft. All right, we're coming up for the hold short point, runway 33. Landing lights are on. And nose light to takeoff, strobes, auto, wing on, and we are pretty much ready to go. Excellent. Don Mac, good evening to you, my friend. Welcome aboard. All right, we're lined up runway 33. We're going to take it to 50%. Listen to those beautiful sounds. Not sure why we get this engine low temp, low oil, something about the oil pressure. B1, rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gears going up. Alright, let's keep the pitch there, right? Just getting carried away with the with the cinematics there. Let's do a flyby. Oh yeah. Right. Looking good. Continue our climb. First climb is set. Speed check, flaps up. And autopilot 1 is engaged. Speed brake disarmed. And we continue our climb. Is that Navigraph you're using for charts? Yes, Derek, that is Navigraph. Right, we're coming out of the clouds. Look at that. There's heavy rain here, but the rain doesn't seem to be simulated yet as, again, this is a beta. And we should arrive at our destination within an hour or so. I love the engine sounds. Hi, Captain. Do you know when it will be available to buy? I believe it's going to be available on the 20th of March. It will be available for purchase. Alright, here we go. We continue our climb to 36,000 feet. Here's a look at the beautiful Neo engines there. Very nice indeed. Yeah. Right, we continue the climb. We can see the weather radar works. So we can see some weather there. And we're going to put the terrain on the first officer's side. So terrain here, weather here. There we go. We have the terrain. Again, very nice display for the terrain as well. The weather, I'm not sure that it looks like this on the real Airbus. But nonetheless, it is represented. We are approaching 10,000 feet, so landing lights can go off. Nose lights off, runway turn off lights, and wing lights can go all off, and we're going to release the passengers and cabin crew. There we go, 10,000 feet. Very lovely clouds here in Syracuse, New York. And by the way, the floodlights look very nice during... let me remove this. All right, that's better. I love how everything now can be used with the mouse. For everything you can turn with the mouse. That's really cool. I like that. And here's a look at the outside. Yeah. All right. We continue the climb. Raul Toliss has done an outstanding job with the A320neo, another truly high-end masterpiece. Absolutely, Raul. Absolutely. Rashid Yassin, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us. Hey, Gerald, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us. Yeah, without a doubt. So let me say this. I think Toliss has listened to the community. They have listened to the voice of their customers when they developed this aircraft, because it comes out of the box with, I mean, the interior sounds, the sounds of the switches and the knobs is probably not all that great. It's just exactly like their previous lineup of aircraft. But I must say that the engine sounds are very, very nice and very immersive. And this is what I remember hearing even with the Neo mod for the Toliss A321. And those are kind of also very similar to the sounds that we hear with the fly-by-wire in Microsoft Flight Simulator. But if you really want to just type Neo engine, Airbus Neo engines on YouTube, and you can hear real aircraft's A320 Neo engines, and they sound very similar to that. And so that's one of the things I always criticized about the Toliss aircraft, especially when they ask for, for example, the Toliss A340 is a very expensive aircraft, and the texturing and the sounds are just not there. And in this aircraft, I think things are very different. They've really integrated, by the way, they have a lot more features in this aircraft than the previous lineup, so and everything works beautifully. And if they added a few more animations, they spent some time definitely on the cockpit textures, as you can see here, and they worked on the sounds to have reasonable sounds for the aircraft. And this is really what's going to make this aircraft very immersive. The depth of system simulation, of course, with Toliss is second to none. They create very, very advanced aircraft in terms of system simulation. And I am very pleased with what they've done with this Toliss 320 Neo. Yeah, I will definitely recommend it. And I will tell you what, guys, here is the thing for you guys. If we reach the target of 1,500 euros for the FlyLillo project on the 9th of April, I'm going to do a giveaway of this aircraft, and I will provide the community with 3 copies of the Toliss A320 Neo, courtesy of the Kuwait Pilot channel, and I will have 2 other aircraft as well, and I will leave them as a surprise for you guys. The clouds are much better today than your stream flight yesterday so far. Yeah, definitely, John, and welcome aboard, and thank you for your support, sir. I appreciate it. Definitely the clouds look a lot better today. And by the way, there was an update to explain. So this is our revision 4. So there was an update, so I downloaded that update. And apparently it fixes some issues, but yeah, the clouds actually look pretty good today. Here we can see them. They look a lot better than the previous stream. The stream from yesterday was terrible. It was really, really bad. So yeah. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go put this on performance. We are climbing about 56 nautical miles for top of climb. And if we switch this to plan, and so that's top of climb, and let me bring this down here, and if we go to the next flight plan, there we go. What am I doing? There we go. Let's bring this one down here, and we can cycle through. Alright, so the top of descent is right after the top of climb. Okay. Alright, perfect. TC, TD. Immediately, just immediately after the top of climb will be the top of descent. Perfect. Alright, so we will worry about that information in just a little while. We can come here, and let's see here. What do we have here? We can remove it by clicking here. Will it print something else? No. Okay, perfect. Alright. So we are at 25,000 for 36,000, about 9,000 feet to go to reach our cruise altitude. And of course, after we land, I'm going to definitely show you guys the night lighting inside the cockpit. Do the sun visors work? Well, we can take a look. Where are they? It doesn't seem like they do. I think that's them right there. So no, it doesn't look like they do. But again, this is beta, so I'm not sure if the... I know if you click here, you've got your compass here, it works. So that's good. Right. Perfect. And no, but the... no, those visors do not work. But, you know, it's okay. I mean, it's not a big deal. Those don't work. And this one doesn't work either. Yeah, no, those seem to be static. But overall, very good effort. I don't have, by the way, any information about the price of the aircraft. Yeah. Left to captain's seat. Hey, Scott! Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Thanks for being here, Scott. WXR working finally in XB12. Yeah, with this Toliss, absolutely, yeah. Gaber, yeah. Again, Gaber, thank you very much for your support, my friend. I really appreciate it. IFR Captain, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Q8, will Toliss also make the A320 CEO? I hope so. I don't know. Has stated that there is already a CEO in XB, so they won't make one. Oh, all right. So there you have it. Thanks, Niels. Alex the Sky 3RBLX. Thank you for being here. Astonishing aircraft. Do you think the A321neo will get an update? Toliss is very serious about their product line, and they constantly update their products. So yeah, Toliss, when you buy a Toliss aircraft, don't worry about the support, because they do stand behind their products, and they do update their products. There's something strange going on with the clouds there. Look at that, guys. Very, very strange looking clouds. But I'll definitely try Active Sky XP. Is the beta out? Do you guys know if the beta is already out? John Leach says, I'm sold. I'll tell you, when this aircraft is released for the public, I'm going to go ahead and purchase it. Just for two reasons. One is I want to support the developer, which is Toliss, for one. And number two is, although I have been provided with a preview copy here, which is free, I think, you know, I cannot be recommending this aircraft to you guys, and, you know, while I'm using the preview copy. So I will go and purchase the aircraft for those two reasons. One is, yeah, we need to support the developers, and two, I will not recommend an aircraft that I haven't paid for myself. That's the principle of the Q8 Pilot channel. So everything I review on the channel, I've paid for. Even if I'm given a preview copy, I'll go ahead and purchase it again, just so that I abide by this principle. So we are going to start entering the descent information, the arrival information, because as you can see here, you know, we're not too far from the top of descent. So we're going to come here, and we can go to the Mach-2. So let's go to Mach-2. We're going to go to the ATSU. Then we're going to go to the AOC menu. We're going to go to the WX-ATIS. And we have, this is actually the destination. So we're going to say we want the METAR. And then we're going to return. Go to the received messages. And now we're going to take the latest one, which is this one here, METAR. And we have it here. We have everything here. We don't really need to print it, but let's bring this one so we can set it up here. Excellent. So we'll go to performance. We'll go to the next page, and next page. All right. So QNH is 2982. So 2982. All right, QNH is set. The current temperature at Washington Dallas is, let's see here, 7 degrees. Ooh, it's pretty cold, huh? And the winds are 158 knots. Not too bad. 158 knots. The transition altitude, obviously, is 18,000 feet in the United States. And for the radio altimeter, we'll put 250. And we are good. Excellent. So we'll put this back on flight plan. and we are going to put this back on performance, and we can see that this is the top of climb. Oops, there we go. So just another 3,000 feet for top of climb, and then shortly after that we will begin the descent towards our destination. Short flight, but should be cool. Ranger Rick, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. All right, looking good. And here's a look at the wing views. Where are we? There we go. Again, the clouds now don't look very good. Look at that. That doesn't look very good. Sometimes they look just gorgeous, and sometimes they look terrible. I think it depends really on the time of day. And yeah, so this needs work. But I love the wing views there. Overall, when you are in X-plane, what I've noticed is that the weather looks a lot better when you are below the clouds. Whether it's IFR, VFR, when you are below, when you're on the ground, and up to about 10,000 feet, things look perfect. Once you are above the clouds, that's when it starts getting really nasty. Does it come with LEAP engines? Yes, it does. We have both the PW and the CFM engines as well. Correct, Niels. That's what it looks like. That's these clouds. I look forward to hear about active sky for XP12. I will definitely do that. Maybe I'll make a video about it tomorrow. That really is going to depend on my schedule. But yeah, if I get the time, guys, I will do it tomorrow and maybe post it later tomorrow evening. All right, so we are almost at 36,000 feet, our final cruise altitude. We can see the top of, let me bring this up here. Right, let's bring it, come on. All right, so if we look here, can we make this bigger? No, we can't. All right, so this is the top of climb. And this is the top of descent. So in Airbus, you get those arrows indicating the top of climb and top of descent, whereas in Boeing, you get the TC and TD indicating top of climb and top of descent. So there we go. All right, so we're almost there. If we look down here, 2 nautical miles for 36,000. And we are now leveling off at our cruise altitude, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to begin the descent towards our destination in just a little bit. Sadly, the current XP12 problems with AA, FPS, clouds, lights, etc. will keep me away from the Toliss A320 as much as I like their aircraft. But XP12, all too massive for me. Will it work? I don't know if it's going to work with XP11. I do not have that information. I heard you can also dim the cabin lights now. Yes, you can. As far as quality of the model, now, does it stack up to Flight Factor's offering? I think it does, personally. Flight Factor in X-Plane 12 is lacking on the visuals, by the way. I know that their exterior model looks better than this one now, but just to as a disclaimer, this aircraft is in beta, and one of the things to do, on the list to do for Toliss, is the textures. So they are going to improve the textures before final release. So whatever you're seeing today is beta. It's not the final version, and hopefully it will, we'll see something a little better in the final version in terms of the textures. All right, we are at the top of descent in 33 nautical miles, so we're going to go ahead and reset the MCP altitude. We're going to take a look here at the initial approach altitude for Washington Dulles, 4,000 feet, it looks like, and then 3,000. So there is restriction at 4,000 and 3,000. So I'm going to go ahead and say 3,000, and let's see how the Mukdu manages the restrictions. So let's go ahead and say 3,000. There we go. 3,000 is set, and we will begin the descent in 30 nautical miles. Excellent. I also find the dashboards, they're only sharp at a closer range. You go back 180 degrees FOV and it's blurry. I'm still using X-Plane 11 mostly. Yeah, 108, it is a lot. It is a lot, without a doubt. So, I'm not sure what my FOV is. I think it's 95 or something like that. Flew the A320 and X-Plane 12. Got to say, I love how the plane feels and sounds amazing with the Mango sounds. Highly recommended. Megabyte Gaming, welcome aboard to the QA Pilot channel, my friend. Glad to have you here with us. And the A350 is a very good aircraft by flight factor. I just hope that they work on their textures. Again, today the clouds now starting to look really bad. In my view, they don't look good, and all this aliasing there and shimmering. Yeah, I hope Laminar does something about this because it doesn't look good, I have to say. So, we continue now towards Washington, Dallas. 21 nautical miles for a top of descent, folks. We are at 36,000 feet. And by the way, just in terms of the channel growth and all that good stuff, the channel is slowly but surely approaching 70,000 subscribers. And when we do hit that milestone, I will be also doing a giveaway for you guys. MR Mr. Newbie. Hello, my friend, and welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Papa Charlie, how are you doing, my friend? So once we hit the 70,000, there's going to be a huge giveaway. It's going to include Microsoft Flight Simulator, X-Plane, as well as Flight Sim hardware. I'm not sure when the channel will hit the 70,000, but it surely is going to be this year, hopefully. And yeah, I plan on something very special for you guys at the 70,000 mark. We're still on 12X, so there's plenty of updates coming, and every update so far has brought fairly noticeable improvements. Absolutely. Absolutely, Niels. Fran, hello, my friend. What an ugly cloud. Yeah, the clouds are very ugly in this flight, I must say. They look terrible, and they start looking good once we are below the clouds, but above the clouds, they look absolutely terrible. There, we look here, that does not look good at all. Yeah. Gosh, just looks terrible. Very, very bad. The aircraft looks very nice. Yeah, look at that. Lovely. So, yeah, I hope Laminar pays attention to this and fixes this in the coming days. B2X Boom, hello, my friend. Can it use on X-Plane 11? I don't know if this aircraft is going to work on X-Plane 11. I do not have that information, so my apologies to you. But I think that it might be. I just don't know. Has the 320 working printer? Yes, Matos, welcome aboard. It has a printer, a working printer, and I've showcased this in the beginning of the stream while we were doing the cockpit preparation. So yeah, it does. TD, yeah, we are coming up to the top of descent in 3 nautical miles. All right, that's 2, and we'll just leave this here. We'll begin the descent shortly. Right, 1 nautical mile for top of descent. Let's bring this back here and we can initiate the descent. We're going to do a nav descent. All right, 0. There we go. Thrust is idle, and we have now initiated the descent towards Washington, Dallas, in Washington. our destination for this live stream today, showcasing the Toliss A320 Neo. Again, guys, this aircraft is in beta, so if you see anything wrong, please do bear in mind that this is not the final version of the aircraft, and some things are still being worked out by the guys over at Toliss. So the available engines are listed here. Let me go here to open screen. All right, if we go to the situation, so the engine types available are the PW1127JM and the CFM LEAP 1 Alpha 26. Those are the two engines available that ship with this aircraft. There you go. So those are the engines. And we now continue the descent towards our destination. And you will notice, guys, that once we are below the clouds, things, you will not see this, ugly looking clouds anymore. So, yeah, but it does look really, really bad, I have to say. And by the way, I'm running X-Plane at almost maximum settings. So I have all the sliders to the right, all of them, with the exception of anti-aliasing, which is set to 4x. But all the rest of the sliders are set to maximum. So there isn't anything else that I can do in terms of the the look and feel, if you will. So everything is at the highest possible. So there is nothing more I can do in terms of the settings to improve the visuals. Sorry to not get in the beginning which add-on was the de-icing cars. Gaber, it is part of the Toliss A320. So Neo, so it actually, they've added this here. If you go to the ground services, they have this de-icing, and you can do quick de-icing or animated de-icing. Both you can do. And the one that I've showed in the stream was the animated de-icing, where the trucks come in and they kind of, secrete the fluid on the aircraft engines and tail, which I think is a nice addition to the aircraft. I do like the colors a lot better in this version of their control panel. The previous colors used, I know they are, branded Toliss, but they made the control panel look a bit dated. This one a little more modern. By the way, everything is all the information is exactly the same, but it is a little bit more user-friendly, I think, and it's got a lot of information on it, but it does serve the purpose in my view. And yeah, I do like all the changes they've done in this version of the Toliss, of this new lineup. Brilliant aircraft, really very, very nice aircraft, and I can't wait really for V1. V1 doesn't seem to be doing any X-Plane content, so I think he's abandoned. He's one of the streamers that abandoned X-Plane. But it would be really interesting to hear his comments. I know A320 sim pilot is an Airbus pilot. He still does fly in X-Plane, so hopefully we'll get his views as well on the on this Toliss, hopefully in the coming days. Bunny Aviation, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. How much How much do you think it will cost when it's released? Gee, I don't know. I guess he doesn't have the stomach for it. B1 stated he will fire up X-Plane 12 for this plane when it is released. Oh, cool. Bill Barrett, welcome aboard. Carl Childers, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. Not everyone wants to mess up with beta stuff. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But this aircraft is pretty cool, I have to say. From what I hear, streaming isn't even really a basis for income. No, it's not. Oh, really, Carl? I didn't know. See, look, streaming, the time when you are on stream, you can so when you have monetization turned on, you get as a streamer, you'll get a notification from YouTube every now and then I do get it. It pops in front of me every now and then and says, now is a good time to insert an ad. And just imagine that you guys are watching and boom, an ad comes. And what it will do is that it will show you, depending on where you are in the world, a relevant ad. To me, that would just completely break the experience. So, and you guys, I'm not in this for the money, so I don't really care, about an ad showing up. It's nice for the channel to generate some income to invest it back into the channel or give it to the American Cancer Association. This has been the main, organization that I've been supporting over the years. I support cancer research as well with the money generated from the channel. So the channel doesn't really make that much for me to, to say that, for example, I'm going to live off of YouTube or anything like that. No, that's not my aim. That's not my purpose. And that's not the cause for which I, create content or stream. I know many others are, but recently, of course, I've been supporting also. I'm a proud ambassador of the FlyLillo nonprofit organization, and I know a lot of you guys on stream today have donated to the FlyLillo project. Please, guys, if you're one of the ones who donated, please do visit the FlyLillo website and take a look at the great work. Just when you see those guys so happy holding their adaptive gaming devices, it just brings a lot of joy. To me, without a doubt, brings a lot of joy. So I think it will be a very joyous thing for you to do as well, to see how you've changed someone's life to the better and that you've contributed to making someone's life better. I think that is that's a very noble cause that the FlyLillo organization stands for today, and for that reason I will support them all the way. Even if I stop creating content at some point, I will continue to support the FlyLillo project and the cause. Thank you very much, Rand. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you for your kind words. I really, truly appreciate it. Thank you, Roberto. Anything but an angel. But thank you for your nice gesture. I appreciate it. All right, so folks, we are approaching, we are 20,000 feet, and if we look here, we can see that we are getting closer to our destination. We're arriving into ILS 19 left through the Maple Tree arrival, and now you can see that the clouds actually don't look that bad. So it's only when we are at very high altitudes that they start looking extremely, extremely terrible. But at this altitude, they don't look that bad, and as we actually start going below the clouds, they actually start looking a lot better than this. So yeah. All right, so hopefully I'll butter it for you guys today. I know you guys like that. My son was on the stream last night. Thank you very much, John Leach. Appreciate it. Thank you for your kind words. My son was on stream last night, and he was very happy that that he was he joined us in the stream last night. And then he told me, how did you know that it was me? And I said, that's because I'm Daddy. And Daddy knows what your nicknames are, all of you. So he was kind of, he felt that he was being sneaky, but then it was very cute. So, yeah. I love my kids. I love my kids. I'll do anything for them. Absolutely anything. All right, so... Pedro, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. I'd be surprised if they didn't use the work all other models unless they... I think, Tom, I think this is a... yeah, he is quite a character, yeah. So I think Toliss, if I look at the history of what Toliss has done, looks like we have a new subscriber to the channel, and we have a new donation as well to the FlyLillo project. Thank you very much, guys, for your kindness. So if I look at the previous history of Toliss, we need to set the Barrow to, all right, so I can't remember what was the, all right, let's click here. That's JFK. Right, let's set this standard. We can get it from the McDo because we've entered it here. So if we go to the next phase, 2982. All right, 2982. Perfect. 2982 is now set. 2982 and cross-checked. Brilliant. 2982. All right, perfect. 2982 is set. We are at 15,000 feet. And this is the runway ahead of us right there, as you can see. So it's going to be straight into runway 19 left. Excellent. Hello, QA. Just got in from work, starting with you late today. Happy flying. Thank you very much, Boeing Corp Mike. I know this is not normally the time where when I stream, I normally stream on Saturdays, but today we have something special, which is, graciously offered by Toliss for me to stream their upcoming A320 Neo for X-Plane 12. So thank you very much joining us, Boeing Corp Mike from Logan, New Jersey. Welcome, my friend. Findus TTV, hello, my friend. What's up? Can you go in the outside? Yeah, of course. There we go. You can't see much because we're going through a cloud, but you can see that this is a beautiful rendition of the A320 Neo. Look at those engines, guys. Just looks absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, once we're out of the clouds, you'll be able to see it better. So I'll reserve some time to take a look at the aircraft as we approach our destination. Right, we're approaching 12,000. Let's go to 40 nautical miles. Now we can see our route a lot better. Flight Sim GR, hello my friend, welcome aboard. I haven't started studying the Fearless yet. Yeah, it does look very nice. The guys at Toliss have done really a very good job there. Now you can see the clouds are not so bad when we are at a lower altitude. It's just that when, when the... by the way, maybe if I change the distance, maybe it will... kind of change things around a little bit. Alright, looks like we're going through some terrible weather here. That's FS Realistic doing some strange things. What is saying? We need ice. Why is the anti-icing not coming on? Alright, here we go. Right. Oh, look at that. With the icing, the engine started going crazy until we turned it back on. And now things are a bit stable. Wow, it looks like ice was forming on the engines. So I'm glad that we caught this in time. And we have Benchy. Hello, Benchy. Welcome aboard. Arizar, welcome aboard. X11 simulations. You should give XE Enhancer a go for the clouds to look better. I will take a look. I've seen the add-on. I just really didn't have time to consider it yet and take a look at it. Does the sunshade work? No, Gustavo. They do not work, unfortunately. Hope you don't need the bus switch soon. Hopefully not. But yeah, the weather is pretty bad. Looks like. Right, we're approaching 10,000 feet, so let's go ahead and turn on the landing lights. Runway turn-off lights and the nose light, wing light is on. Fasten seatbelt and non-smoking signs are now both on. And we are, as you can see, reducing the speed because the allowed speed below 10,000 feet is 250 knots. So the aircraft is doing what it can to reduce the speed there. Yeah, definitely very strong winds. Listen to those engines. Nice wing flex. You can see the little See how this turns down? Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. The animations are done very well. Right, we are below 10,000 feet and about 250 knots, so we're looking all right. But it looks like it's going to be a rough ride until we arrive. All right, looks like we're descending now again. Excellent. And if you look here, let me go to the flight plan. All right, so 10,000, 7,000. So it looks like the Mach-2 is doing what it's supposed to do. Managing the aircraft very well. In terms of the speed, the altitude, everything is done pretty good. So no complaints there. And the only thing is, and of course I assume that because this is a beta, is that the rain effect is still not simulated. Listen to the engines though. Gotta love it. We can go to XP Realistic and change those sounds a little bit. They're kind of annoying. So where's the turbulence? So turbulence shaking. Much better without them, if you ask me. Maybe we'll change it to rumble. Yeah, that's better. Now we can just hear the nice engine sounds. Much better. You gotta love those engine sounds. I'm gonna leave the anti-icing turned on for the time being. Everything's still looking okay. If we go to status, everything is normal. By the way, I'm not sure why we've got the engine oil caution when we departed. I'm not sure if something was triggered, but we don't see any faults now, so everything looks good. Bryce, hello Bryce, welcome aboard. Running into the chat. Wow, Toliss A320, yeah. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. Roberto, this sim requests a high computer performance. Yes, Roberto, it does. Oh, I see. Rand has replied. All right, so we're coming up to the first restriction here at 7,000 feet, and we're slowing down to 240 knots. Everything is looking good. We can see here in the display ILS 19 left, which indicates that we're on the right path to the to our destination. We are at 6,800. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the landing system on both sides. Excellent. Landing system is turned on, and we'll do the before landing checklist shortly. Once we are, you can start seeing the ground in a little bit, but yeah, some really heavy clouds here at Washington, Dallas. Thanks, Captain. I'm curious, what notable difference do you see between the RTX 470 Ti and Intel on Mac? So if you can play X-Plane 12 on maximum settings in 4K with that, I really don't know, Findus TTV. I don't know if you can do that, but on an i5, what processor speed is the i5? If you have that, maybe I can give you an educated guess as to the warning was due to the minimum warm-up time for the engine, 5 minutes. Oh, I see. Ah, it looks like the rain is simulated. Now we can see the rain. All right, looks like maybe this is in the latest beta. I know in beta 3 it wasn't, but it looks like now it is, so that's cool. We know that it's there. i5 will be the bottleneck. XP and FSR single core heavy. Absolutely, Gustavo. And I'm glad you had your question answered there, Findus TTV. All right, folks, we are at 5,000 for 3,000, and we can still see, even at 5,000 feet, can see that the visibility is pretty bad. Hopefully things will subside as we get closer to our destination. But yeah, it looks like there's some heavy rain, but it makes the landing a little more interesting. So I love landing in weather conditions like this. Right, we continue the descent now, and we can barely see the ground. But if we switch to the outside view now, here you can see, I think, the aircraft a lot better. And we're still definitely flying through some clouds there, but you can see it, I think, clearer than previously. Yeah, there, that's much better. Now you can see it. Yeah, look at that. Beauty, just a beautiful aircraft. Very immersive with the sounds and the cockpit. Everything is just lovely. All right, so we're going to set this to 20 nautical miles for the range, and we're going to come here and we're going to notify cabin crew, and cabin crew will now take their seats for landing. We have the line, everything here is on. We're going to come and arm the speed brakes, and we're going to set the auto brake to medium, and we should be at our destination in just a little while now. We've been flying for exactly since we started the clock for 54 minutes, so a very short flight. Again, that engine roar is something I absolutely adore. Just lovely. Right, speed check. We're going to go to flaps 1. We can see the glide slope and the localizer needles. We're going to go ahead and select approach. Cat 3 is active. We're looking good. Localizer is captured. Visibility is pretty bad. If it continues this way, we'll go ahead and test the aircraft auto land capability. But maybe things will subside just right before we arrive. So we'll leave it for now. And I just don't want to jump the gun. Let's do a flyby. Oof, look at that. Totally in the clouds. And here is a very nice view of the aircraft wings. The beautiful engines. Right, we have begun the descent again. And yeah, definitely some heavy rain here. Probably not an auto land, no. I think we can still see, see the ground now. So hopefully it'll be fine. All right, looks like the approach phase activated. Speed check, flaps 2. I think we're going to be fine. We're looking good. Wants to go to flaps full.
2,500.
All right, we can see the glide slope needle now, the diamond is moving down. So far, so good. All right, and landing gear is coming down. And speed check flaps 3. All right, we still don't have a visual, but I think once we are closer to the runway, speed check and flaps full. We are on the glide slope and the localizer, and I do have a visual on the runway now. And as I told you guys, once we are below the clouds, things will look a lot better. Opinions on this aircraft so far, it's a purchase, a day one purchase without a doubt. They do have the A320 vertical. Yeah. Do you have... All right, let me focus on this landing now. All right, so we are 140 knots. There are no blues. Cabin crew. Seats for landing, please. Lovely. Again, if you look out the window here, I think it looks pretty good. Right, we're clear to land. Runway 1, 9er left. Two thousand feet. Look at that. All right, we'll do some replays afterwards. Let's just not get carried away now. Right, here we go. Right at 1,000 feet, we'll disconnect the autopilot and hand fly the aircraft. Yeah, there's a little bit of rain here, but thankfully the visibility is good. Right, we can turn off the engine anti-ice. Lovely view of Washington Dulles. 1,000 feet, and autopilot disengaged. My aircraft. Let me reset my view.
Above. 300. Minimum. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 10. Retard. 5.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Washington Dulles International Airport. Listen to those engines. Wow, the rain is very strong here. Let's go ahead and bring the wipers. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? Thank you, Don. Thank you, Rand. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. Wow. By the way, this is a default airport. And it looks really good. Yeah. All right, let's retract the flaps. And yeah, performance is much better in X-Plane now after all these updates. I mean, considering we're flying in maximum settings, still getting pretty decent performance. And by the way, I'm also streaming, so that the Streamlabs OBS has, it will tax you for frames as well. I think this is a bit too fast. Well, look at the rain effect, just very, very immersive. That was really a very enjoyable approach, and landing was really cool. We'll take a look, of course, at the, you know what? Let me go ahead and bring the aircraft to a stop here. And let's take a look at the landing, and then we'll come back and taxi to the... all right, and then I'll show you the night lighting as well. All right, so let's go to toggle aircraft. We're going to move this a little bit. All right, there we go. Maybe right here. All right, here we go.
500.
Here is the tower view. Look at that, guys. One of the lovely things about X-Plane is the replay and the camera system. Lovely. Just lovely. Look at that. How beautiful this is. It was a firm landing, and so in weather conditions like this, you really want to bring the aircraft pretty firmly on the runway. And so I think we've done very well, if you ask me. Yeah. Those engine sounds are just really something else. Right, we're going to do it one more time with a wing view. So let's see here. Yeah, let's do that. Looks really, really good, guys. All default scenery, huh? Wow. X-Plane is definitely coming along, guys. Definitely coming along. All right. So we can remove that, and we're going to go back to there where we left the aircraft, and let's go ahead and taxi to the gate. Can listen to the beautiful sounds of the engines. Why is it not moving now? Oh, there we go. We had the brakes on. All right. While we are taxiing to the gate, we can disarm the speed brake. And let's go ahead and start the APU. Strobes can go to the off position. Runway turn-off lights are fine. Landing lights are off. Nose light to taxi. Wing light off. And let's start the APU. Excellent. All right, so I think a lot of you guys want to see the night lighting. So, by the way, look at the cockpit textures, guys. I think you can see them clearly now. And I think they look very, very nice. Yeah, I mean, a little bit, maybe just a little bit of tweaking, and they look absolutely perfect. All right, so let's switch to a different time of day. Let's see here if I just don't want to break X-plane. All right, there we go. So that is now nighttime, and you can see the cockpit. Here we go. Yeah. So that is nighttime. And if we adjust these lights a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, look, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. God, look at the lighting in X-plane. I mean, it does look very nice, I have to say. Right, we can kill the... It's driving me crazy. All right, let's go and start the APU. We'll leave there the APU. All right, APU is ready now. There is a United here. There isn't any spot for us to... Ah, there's a spot here. So let's park the aircraft right here. Yeah. Again, you can see the textures of this default airport in X-plane, and I think it looks pretty good. Alrighty. Here we are at the gate, and parking brake is set. We can turn on the APU bleed. And we can now turn off the runway turn-off lights, taxi. We'll leave the beacon and the nav lights. Everything here is good. We can turn off the aircraft engines. Engine 1 and 2. Excellent. We can turn off the beacon and allow the ground crew to start putting the chocks and the cones around the aircraft in preparation for deboarding. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Toliss A320neo in beta. Was definitely fun. Thank you very much, Findus TTV. It was definitely a lot of fun flying today the Toliss A3. All right, now you can see the again the animations there. They're coming to the aircraft. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the nav lights. There we go. And we're going to release the passengers as well. There we go. And you see here, by the way, the other truck will come as well and start deboarding the aircraft. You can see the door is now opening. Everything is set to automatic. And by the way, if you don't want this to happen automatically, you can control it from within the... you see here's the other baggage loader coming to the aircraft. And yeah, there you have it. You can change the time back. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Toliss A320neo first look preview. I am very excited about this aircraft, and this actually increases my confidence in X-Plane as a platform. Thank you very much, FlyLillo. DZ Aviation, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. Lucian Joseph, hello, my friend. Nobody can complain about the 3D modeling of this aircraft. Absolutely not. Thank you very much, Gustavo Rodriguez. Appreciate it, my friend. The internal lights, like the dome lights. Right, I think we've taken a look at those, but here, let's do this. So the dome lights, they can come here. So this is the dome lights. All right, so this is nothing. So nothing, totally nothing. And where is it? There. This is dim lights, and this is the bright lights. There you go. So you can see it there. Really nice cockpit there, and I'm very pleased with whatever Toliss has done here. Definitely, it meets my expectations. Of course, this is a beta preview of the aircraft, so I will reserve my final comments after I know the final price of the aircraft, and after I purchase it, then I will give you my scoring for the aircraft. Right now, it's unfair that I give it any score, but from what I see, this is a first day purchase. It's an absolutely joy of an aircraft to fly. Toliss has really took their time to, correct or heed some of the advice from the community as far as the aircraft textures and sounds. And out of the box, this aircraft comes with lovely engine sounds and very nice texturing inside the cockpit. The engines, of course, need a little bit more work, I think, in terms of the textures, but that's one of the things that Toliss has made very clear, that it is work in progress. I do like the animations that they brought into this version. I love the integration with SimBrief, and overall the depth of system simulation on Toliss aircraft is again to the highest quality. So I'm very happy with this aircraft, and as it stands today, I think it's one of the favorite aircraft for X-Plane 12, at least from my perspective. So I'll give you more. I'll give you more on that. Is that far from 80? I'll be surprised. Yeah, it will. Ripper 253. It will probably be. It will probably be. It will probably be there. It will probably be in the vicinity of between 74, 84, something like that. That's probably going to be the price, considering the fidelity, the depth of system simulation. And I will tell you that after seeing the final version, of course, and the price, I will be able to give you my full review. This is obviously a first look preview at the aircraft, which is still in beta. But my word, they've done a really good job. Yeah, they've done a really good job on this aircraft. I really like it a lot. And it's, I think it's going to be one of my favorites for X-Plane 12 moving forward. Well, folks, this pretty much brings us to the conclusion of this live stream. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it insightful. And I hope that I've covered all the parts of the aircraft that you wanted me to cover during this live stream. If not, hopefully in upcoming streams of the aircraft, I'll be able to answer more of your questions. Before we leave, I do want to say thank you for everyone who's donated to the FlyLillo, a nonprofit organization, and for those of you who've shown support to the Kuwait Pilot channel, those of you who are who've become members, for existing members, for everybody who's subscribed, for everybody who just popped in to say hello. Thank you very much for your support, guys. I really appreciate it. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe. And bye-bye for now.